How's it, everybody? Welcome to our 38th YouTube video. We can't quite believe we've got this many already. In this week's video, we'll be showing you guys two methods to get the cheapest international and domestic flight tickets. And just to mention, Sarah's actually woken up feeling a bit under the weather this morning and her voice is hurting quite a bit. So I'll be doing all the talking for this week's video. So I'm going to be walking you guys through this tutorial today. So just to tell you guys, we've actually used both of these techniques already. The first technique we used to get from Durban to London, and then the second technique we used to get from London to Paris and then Paris to Marseille. So we really do trust these two different techniques, and we'll definitely be using them for any flights going forwards from here. But let's not waste too much time, let's jump straight into Google. So the first thing you're going to want to search for is just type in flights. And right here at the top next to the All tab, just click onto flights. So now, once this does load, to get the cheapest ticket prices, you're going to first want to click onto this map over here. So just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be using South African rands, as we are from South Africa, and it is the easiest for me to understand the different currencies. But just to make it easier for you guys as well, I'll put all the different major currencies whenever I'm speaking about prices. Alright, so let's type in our search preferences. We'll just do a one-way trip just for one of us for now. We'll take our original departure, which was in Durban, and we flew to Heathrow in London. Okay, now one thing that I wanted to tell you guys as well is to get the cheapest ticket prices that you can, this little date search function near the bottom, you're going to want to leave it as it is. Take a trip in the next 6 months, because that way it'll scan out and filter all the different ticket prices, all the different airlines that will be flying during that time, and it will filter out and give you the cheapest ticket price that you can get. You can also then choose, if you want to and need to get a ticket sooner, you can then type in a specific date for yourself. You might not get the exact same price for that ticket, but you will still get the cheapest ticket price for that particular day. It will still work the same. I just want to give you the cheapest ticket price within the next 6 months, obviously. So we're going to go from Durban, where we left from, and fly to London to Heathrow. So what you can do from there is you choose view flights. And another nice thing about this technique is that if you click onto this date grid over here, it will then give you the cheapest ticket price for all of the dates around it. So as you can see, for that particular day, it really was the cheapest ticket price that you can get. But if you're looking for, say, the 10th of March, you just click to the right here, keep going, so you get to the 10th of March, and you can see that's the ticket price there. And anytime you see it in green, that means that it's the cheapest ticket price for that particular date. But we're going to leave it and go straight with the option that they gave us, which was for the 1st of March. So if you click down here, select flight. Perfect. So what's nice about this is that if you click down here, it gives you the breakdown of each individual flight that you're going on. It can even give you the flight number that you're going on already, which is really, really cool. And so it just gives you a full breakdown and everything that you need to know about the flights that you're going to be getting on. Another nice thing, and we've actually used this method as well, is that it gives you different options for who you can book your flight through. So you can book through different travel agencies, you can even just book straight with the airline itself. What we did is that we booked with Travel Stars, and a cool thing about this is if you look at the original ticket price, in rands it's 4,469 rand. If you go and book it through a travel agency with Travel Stars, 4,469 rand again, which is really cool. So you don't actually have to pay more to use a travel agency. And we use this technique just because it was quite a scary and unknown place really at that time. COVID just really started ramping up and nobody really knew what was happening with flights. So it was really cool that we could have people to go to and chat to and just ask about all the latest regulations, everything we needed to know before getting onto the flights, everything we needed to know about the flights itself. So it was just really cool that they were able to hold our hand through the whole process and just make it so much easier for us. But I'm not going to spend too much time running through this option with you guys. You can just use the same search preferences and the same procedures that I use to find the flights, and just go and find flights wherever you would want to go to. Okay, so that was option number one, a really quick and really easy way to search for flights. Not many people actually know about this technique, so maybe that's why it's so cheap. But let's jump straight into option number two and head back onto Google. So what you're going to want to search for is Skyscanner. We will link all the different websites and stuff down in the description below just to make it easier for you guys. So you go straight into this first option here, skyscanner.net. All right, now we're onto Skyscanner, and as you can see, all of our exact same search preferences that we look for in Google Flights have been typed in here. And that's one thing that we find quite crazy since coming here to Europe and to the UK. Just the amount of cookies compared to South Africa has just gone like exponentially higher. Every time you go into a page here, you get bombarded with cookies messages and stuff. And it's just a bit crazy to think how it differs internet-wise from South Africa to here. Yeah, but anyway, let's jump back into it. Okay, so we'll just take the same search preferences like we gave. For this one, they don't offer you, or as far as I know, they don't offer you a flexible ticket option or flexible date option. So we're just going to go with the one that they give us here for the 15th of January. All right. And search. So this process can take quite a while depending on your internet connection as well. But what Skyscanner does is it literally scans every single airline, every travel agency company. So it can take a while, but what it does do is that it does give you, what we find is actually cheaper ticket prices than Google Flights. So it takes a while, but it's worth the wait. So once it's done scanning, we'll get back to you guys. All right, so it's finished scanning. It took a few minutes to get there, but the nice thing about Skyscanner is that not only it gives you the cheapest ticket prices or cheaper than Google Flights, it also gives you the greener choice. So as you can see, this flight over here, this flight emits 5% less CO2 than your average for your search, which is really, really cool. And you can see how cheap it is. So we're gonna choose that one. So once it has loaded, as you can see it, just like with Google Flights, once you click here, it gives you the breakdown of each and every individual flight that you're going to have to take, which is really, really cool. You can see a whole journey mapped out in front of you. And if you scroll a little bit further down, the nice thing about Skyscanner is that they give you all the information regarding COVID and COVID regulations during your flights and everything that you'll need and everything that you need to bring with you, which is different to Google Flights, and which just makes Skyscanner a better option for you guys to use. And the nice thing about this one as well is, just like Google Flights, it gives you different options for travel agencies that you can use to book your flights through. Unfortunately for this particular search, it's only given us one option, but usually when searching for different flights, we honestly get a list of over 20 different travel agencies to use. And again, you can book it through the airline itself. But I won't spend too much time going through this website with you guys. You just use the same procedures and the same protocols that I've used to search for the flights, and it will give you the best and cheapest flights to use. And like I said, we have used both of these techniques already, so we do trust them and we can recommend them to you guys. Just use caution, obviously, when booking. This can be quite a scary process, and just make sure you read everything through when using these two different techniques. So that's it for this week's video, guys. We really hope that you guys have enjoyed it and have learned a thing or two from this. Please comment down below if you'll be using either of these two methods and tell us where you'll be heading to first. We'd love to hear from you guys. Smash that like button if you've learned from this video, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any travel adventures and tips moving forward. We'll see you guys back this coming Tuesday for a very exciting announcement.